Welcome back. This time we are going to be having a chemistry class on orbitals concept. Alright, so we are quickly going to look at orbitals, looking at the fundamentals of orbitals. What are orbitals? Orbitals are simply regions or space where there is a high tendency or probability of finding electrons with certain amount of energy. What does that mean? It means they are simply regions where you can find electron, and electrons they move along with energy. All right, so we have four types of orbitals. We have the s, p, d, and f orbitals. All right, now the s orbital stands for sharp orbital. Then the p orbital stands for principal. Then the d orbital stands for diffuse. Then the f orbital stands for fundamental. All right, so these are their full names. All right, then now looking at the types of orbitals, what are the areas that exam bodies can possibly ask you questions? See that they are asking you questions from the shapes of these orbitals, or they are asking you questions from their carrying capacities in terms of electrons. All right, so considering their shapes, now the s orbital is spherical in shape. Then the p orbital is dumbbell. The d orbital is double dumbbell, or you can call it dome. That's another name for double dumbbell. Then while the f orbital is complex. All right, so these are their respective shapes, so don't forget that. Then looking at their carrying capacities in terms of electrons, s orbital can take 2 maximum in terms of electrons, 2 electrons. Then p can take 6, then d can take 10, and f can take 14. So what does that mean? It means that you can easily obtain the number of electrons if you know the electrons of the first orbital, which happens to be s, which is 2. So what are you supposed to do? Just simply add 4. The common difference here is 4. So when you add 4 to 2, you get 6. Then when you add 4 to 6, it gives 10. Then 4 to 10, it gives 14. All right. So those are their respective carrying capacities. So now, based on that, then another very important part of this orbital concept is the four types of orbitals, which are the SPDF, are divided into two groups. And what are the two groups? We have the degenerate orbitals, and we have the non-degenerate orbitals. Non-degenerate orbitals. So what are degenerate orbitals? These are orbitals that can be split into different parts, such that each part can accommodate equal number of electrons. What does that mean? It means that they are only orbitals that you can split into different parts. And considering the four types of orbitals, which are the SPDF, only 3 are degenerate orbitals. Don't forget that. The p, d, and f, they are degenerate orbitals. Therefore, the non-degenerate orbital is s. So the only non-degenerate orbital is s, while the degenerate orbitals are p, d, and f. All right. So the thing is this: how many parts can you split your p orbital into? Of course, looking at the p orbital can be split into 3 parts. Now the d orbital can be split into 5 parts, and the f can be split into 7 parts. All right. How did I get all this? I can use a shortcut for it, which is the carrying capacity of p orbital is 6. So I can just simply divide 6 by 2 to give me what? 3. Then I will divide 10 by 2 to get what? 5. And I divide 14 by 2 to get 7. So I can use this shortcut to obtaining the number of parts I am to split my orbitals into. That's the degenerate orbitals. All right. So there was even a time I saw a question on this, and they said that which of the following is referred to as a triple degenerate orbital? There was S, there was P, there was D, and F. So which would you go with? Of course, the correct option is the one of P. Why? Because P, by triple degenerate, the only one that is a non-degenerate, don't forget, is S. So S is out. Then we are left to PDF, which are degenerates. Then they now say triple. Triple stands for how many parts? 3 parts. You know, if you are drawing S orbital, it's actually with just a space. Then if you have something like this, these are what? Three space orientation. That's for P. This for S. This for P. That's three parts, meaning 2, 2, 2. That's 6 in terms of electrons. Then for D, it splits into 5 parts. This is for D. Then for F, it splits into 7 parts. All right. This is for F. So it means that the only one that is referred to as a triple degenerate is P. All right. So I hope with this little short clip, you've been able to understand much about orbitals. Do well to hit the subscribe button or the follow button if you are yet to be a member of this channel. And also invite your friends to be partakers of this great stuff that is taking place here. All right. So thanks for watching and stay tuned because more videos will be yet to come.